Hi, everyone. April from Har here again for Host Week 2023. I am sitting down with Jennifer Dugan, Chief Family Officer for Dugan Travel, which has to be my favorite title I've ever said in my whole entire life. So, welcome, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much. We're so excited to have you here and learn everything about Dugan Travel.
Thank you.
So, I have a bunch of questions for you to learn more. And of course, we have our fun question and our host week question at the end. So, let's get down to business first and then we'll get to the fun stuff.
Okay.
Perfect. We'd love to hear what's been happening with Dugan Travel this past year.
So we have been working hard. We actually, during the downtime that we all had for a while, we actually took that time to reorganize and go through things. Like we have an online learning center, and we kind of went through it and cleaned it up and put in more material for, especially for our newer agents, business building and things like that. So, because even though maybe travel wasn't as busy, we still knew that on the other side of it, we were going to be very busy. So we really wanted to make sure that our agents were ready for it. And so we cleaned up so much. Like our website went through a rehaul, and we just really, focused in on the other side of things. And I think that has really helped us because now we're hitting the ground running and we're really ready. So, and we've been focusing on our relationships with our agents and our suppliers. And so far it's, 2023 has started off with a bang. So we're pretty excited.
That's so great to hear that you've had a wonderful year.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear what makes Dugan Travel unique.
Well, Dugans Travels was founded on the family system because I was a stay-at-home mom, and so we've kind of focused in on we're all about family, and I think that makes our program a little unique in that that's what we're always focusing on. We get to know our agents, and we get to know their families and their kids, and we watch them grow up. And of course,
No.
everyone's watched my kids grow up, who my oldest is engaged now. And it's
Oh,
just,
congratulations.
that's kind of how, yeah. So it's kind of like we know each other in a family setting, right? When we get together, it's like, first questions are, how are your kids doing and things like that. So, I think, that has really, we've kept that as our focus, and it's really helped us through, trying times. And it always makes us welcome a new agent in and get to know them because we want to know all about them. And we want to, like when we do our Zoom calls and stuff, a lot of times we'll even have, the pets and the kids and everyone, it's just, that's how we do things. So it's, it's a family environment, which it's easy to love. So
Yes, I didn't say that. It's lovely. It's actually kind of giving me that like warm, cozy
yeah,
feeling. And I mean, having a family of my own and pets and just the craziness that
yes.
happens with
And
it.
life, right? Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's wonderful. That's so great to hear. And I definitely think that does make you unique and
yeah.
in a wonderful way. So let's talk about travel advisors. I'd love to hear three words you would use to describe your ideal travel advisor.
Well, I would say, friendly,
Mm.
because everyone, likes dealing with friendly people, of course. And curious, because you're constantly learning and you can't think that you're going to know it all because you never are. And I would say engaged,
Mm.
because that's where we're finding the agents that are engaged with us are the ones who are doing the best. And
Mm.
it's strange to say that that matters so much, because I know a lot of people like doing things independently, which you can, but when you are getting that feedback and that encouragement from others, I think it helps. It really helps you to grow, because it's hard to be at home alone. So if you can find, even if it's two or three agents that you find as your best buddies, and encourage one another, I think it really helps. So we've found that the agents that are engaged with Dugan's Travels tend to do better. So
Mm.
that would be definitely a key word.
Okay, I like that one too. It is 2023, so happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
And we'd love to hear what's going on with you for 2023.
So we have a lot of events scheduled. We have a
Mhm.
Disney boot camp that's coming up at the end of this month. We've got fam trips. We've got different events. We've got our signature event, which we have every year in Anaheim, which is our Dugans University. And that's when all our agents get together and we have suppliers present. And our focus again is about relationships this year. So we're doing a lot of things, like we're having a lot of webinars online too. We're having suppliers come and even just do a 101 about their company, because there's a lot of suppliers out there. There's a lot of information that's coming into agents, and we're really trying to focus in on how you can get to know a supplier, how you can figure out how to build relationships with your clients, because this is a relationship built business.
Mhm.
You have to build relationships in order to succeed. So that is our focus for 2023, and we do feel like it's good, especially for our newer agents, to understand that when you go to a supplier and they don't have a relationship with you, it's,
Mm.
asking a stranger for something, as opposed to if you get to know the supplier, attend their webinars, and really get to know them, they tend to, help you a little bit more because they know you. So, and again, with your clients, the same thing is, if your clients feel that relationship with you, they're more likely to come back to you for the next trip, as
Mm.
opposed if they feel like you're just, just taking care of them and going on to the next person. They might not come to you when they have an idea for their next trip. So, relationships are key. So that's really what we're focusing on for 2023, even with our agents, making sure they feel like they're a part of Dugans Travels.
Yeah, I think you're completely right about the relationships being key. And I love hearing that you're going to get people together, because I think that's so important. I mean, it's always
Yes.
nice to do stuff like this, but to really get people in touch with
Yes.
each other and face to face. So I think you have some great stuff coming up this year. Let's talk about the new travel advisors. So I know we have some advisors out there watching that are new. If you could give them one tip, I keep saying trip. If you could give them one tip about entering the industry, what would that be?
So fear holds a lot of new agents back. And I totally get it because, I was fearful myself. And I still am a little bit, like, I was nervous about even doing this
Yeah.
because it's hard sometimes to put yourself out there.
Mhm.
So I always tell new agents that to start small and don't be scared that you might have issues, you might make mistakes, because we all learn from it. The first client is going to be a little scary sometimes, and you're going to learn from that. Though you're going to say, oh, next time I'm going to do this. Like,
Mhm.
even our new agents, like charging a fee, they're like, oh no, I can't. And then it takes a while, and then all of a sudden they start going, I really should have charged a fee for that. So you learn from it and you develop. You're going to be building a business that you have to almost make mistakes to learn from it. So
Mhm.
I love new agents. That's my passion, because I just love watching them grow. And I always just tell them that sometimes it's going to feel like I'm never going to be able to do this. And then all of a sudden it's going to click and you're going to start feeling like, okay, I got this. I have agents that have been with me for 10 years or more that
Mhm.
this year they're like hitting the goals that they always wanted to hit. So sometimes it takes time, and that's okay. We're all coming from different places and different backgrounds, and that's wonderful. I mean, that's what this industry needs. We need new blood, we need new passion.
Mhm.
So, give yourself a break and don't stress so much about it. You will learn it.
Yeah, no, and great life advice there too.
Yeah.
So all in all, great advice. So I told you we have fun questions. So we're at that point where now I get to ask the fun
Okay.
questions. So If Dugan's Travel was a snack food, what would it be and why?
So funny that you should say that because we were actually discussing this with the team the one time. We were talking about we love snacks and we that's one thing about our DU events is the food. Everyone loves because we love feeding everyone. But
Mhm.
that's what you do when you get together with family, right? You feed. So we were talking about that, kind of the subject about how our agencies kind of like trail mix because there's all sorts of things in it, but like
Mhm.
it's better altogether, right? It's, it wouldn't be the same if it was individually. So we
Mhm.
like to say that about our agents. Like when we get in a group and there's all different, all of us, is that's the best part. Like our DU events, when we're all together in a room and we're laughing and having a good time and learning together and sharing ideas, it's like it wouldn't be the same if it
Yeah.
wasn't. And even, like some people are like, I don't like raisins and I don't like, but like the and there's that together, then it would be totally different. So that's what, that would be what I would say Dugan's Travels is.
I love it. And it's so true, just getting everything together. And it does taste, it's so much better when you have it all together. So
Right.
that was a great one. Host week special. I hear you have a host week special that we'd love to hear about.
Yes. So we're going to give $50 off our startup fee for the whole entire month of February. And all people need to do is just let us know that they watched this and we'll give them the discount.
No, wonderful. So what we'll do is we'll actually put in the comments a link to get to your discount so people can go check it out.
Okay.
Jennifer, thank you so much for being here for Host Week. It's always a pleasure to have you and learn about Dugan's travel. And looking forward to another great year in the travel industry with you.
Yes. And thank you so much for providing all the information that you do. We direct our agents a lot of times to your website because there's
Um,
so much information, especially for a new agent. So I hope people check it out.
No, we truly appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
everyone else, we're going to continue on with another great host week all week. So stay tuned for some more interviews and some great content. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.